Hi guys, welcome to my healthy and sexy channel. Tonight's main hero is octopus. I am super excited to show you how to cook it because it could be a great romantic dinner for your loved one. So let's get that party started. Before you start preparing the octopus, you will need to boil the potatoes till they are soft on medium-high heat. To boil the octopus, you will need to make vegetable stock. I like using root vegetables like carrots, garlic and ginger, celery, and onions. Don't forget some black peppercorns and bay leaf for more fragrant flavor. Cook the stock for 30 minutes. Before putting your octopus into the stock, clean it properly. If you want a detailed video of how to do that, comment below please. The stock is ready, so the octopus is going to the pot along with few wine corks for tenderizing the meat while it cooks. Cook until octopus is tender enough that you can pierce the thick part of a tentacle with a paring knife. While the octopus is cooking, you will prepare vegetables and the condiments for the potato salad. We will need grilled olives. If you don't have grilled ones, you can use regular as well. Whole grain mustard, capers, green olives, and chili peppers. Now you will chop up the scallions and add them to a separate bowl. Finally, dice red onions. To avoid any tears, just put some cold water on your knife and a few celery stalks. I love celery in this dish because it's just so refreshing. And we have some parsley left to chop. Don't forget to check on the potatoes, they should be tender. Put them on the roasting pan, smash them with a fork. These crispy smashed potatoes with herbs have a tender, fluffy interior and crispy edges, kind of like a cross between a baked potato and French fry. Sprinkle with salt, drizzle with some olive oil, and fresh black pepper. Now they are going to the oven for about 10 minutes. Let's check on our octopus. It looks beautiful and almost ready. Our potatoes are roasted and are golden brown and are ready to be mixed into our salad. Now we will have to add the blend of herbs and the onions and the rest of the ingredients. The olives, the capers, the green olives. Mix it all together. Add some lemon zest and lemon juice. Our octopus looks perfect and tender, ready to be taken out of the stock. Make sure when you're taking it out not to rip it apart, it's very fragile. So the octopus is ready, and very important to let it cool completely before you cut it into tentacles, otherwise it can fall apart. So before we grill it, make sure you let it cool down, okay? So now I'm gonna cut it into the tentacles. Preheat your cast iron pan or any grill that you have at home. Put each tentacle on the pan and let it cook for a couple of minutes on each side. Be gentle with it and don't overcrowd your pan. So now octopus is ready. I grilled it and the salad is arranged on the platter. What we're gonna do is just gonna transfer the octopus here and just do some finishing touches. I like just taking each tentacle and arranging it on the platter just the way I feel it. Just see how you like it to make it pretty the way you want it. As soon as you've finished doing that, you can decorate it a little bit. I love using microgreens, so I'm just gonna sprinkle some microgreens on top. You can take time and make it pretty, perfect the way you want it. Season the octopus now. I add a bit of salt on each of it, a lap of peppers, They give beautiful color and a little bit of a kick if you like spicy, but it's not too spicy. It's a pretty mild red pepper. And drizzle it with a little bit of lemon olive oil. Add some more microgreens. And it's ready to be served and eaten. So now I'm gonna taste it and let you know how it came out. Since I like it very spicy, I'm gonna chop up a bit of chili for myself, okay? And if you'd like that, do the same. So it's ready and I'm so excited to try it. I've been waiting for it for all this time. And so simple to make. Don't be afraid of it. I promise it's easy. Cheers guys, thank you for watching. Put your likes, subscribe to my healthy and sexy channel, get your notification button on so you can get a notice when I get a new video ready for you. And cheers and stay tuned for the next one.